All right, here we go. Okay. So we're going to use today a block. So have your block handy. And we're going to start from a back of the mat. So have your blanket or your towel to use to support your neck and head. And knees are bent to relax and release any tension in your lumbar spine and your lower back. And have your feet wide as your hips with the knees bent, like I said, feet wide as your hips. And then bring the arms to the side in T position. And just lift the upper spine and the middle spine to make when you lower the spine back to the mat, your shoulder blades are very nice place there. Just make any adjustment and the back of your shoulder blades and the back of your rib cage. And like I said, keep your knees bent and bring the chin into your chest. By bringing the chin into the chest, you are lengthening the back of your neck. So if your neck feels a little bit tight, just guiding the chin to your sternum helps to stretch safely the muscles of your cervical spine. Now let's take a moment here. Nothing else to do for the moment, just making sure that you are very comfortable, that everything feels relaxed and open. And we're going to bring the attention to the breath to feel ourselves here present and rooted down to this moment. Just breathe through the nose. Your regular breathing. Allow the shoulders to slowly release down, opening the front of the shoulders, the front of the chest. And inhale and exhale through the nose. Now we're going to modify the rhythm of the breath, allowing the inhales and the exhales becoming deeper, longer, more relaxed breathing. So you slow down the breath, always breathing through the nostrils, letting go any tension, relaxing the breathing, relaxing the muscles of the body. Now slowly begin to move your neck and your head from one side to the opposite side, gently moving the neck as you breathe in and out. And the head comes back through center. Let's hug as you bring the thighs into the chest and just gently stretch your lower back. Hold there in position and keep breathing long and deep through the nose. And then slowly lower the feet again down towards the floor with the knees bent. And bring the arms up to the sky, palms facing to each other. And then we're going to reach with the fingertips of the right hand like you're trying to touch the ceiling, moving the back of the right shoulder away from the mat. And so the shoulder blade, and then rocking to the opposite side. So you're moving from side to side, gently reaching through the fingertips, massaging the upper spine, the middle back, in between the shoulder blades, and just rock like this. Gently reaching, flexing one elbow at a time, rocking from side to side. Returning back through center, arms out to the side in T position, palms facing up, and then draw the chin against to the chest. And from here, we're going to lift the upper spine and then slowly relax the shoulder blades down towards the floor. Now, arms down by your side, palms facing towards the floor, and we're going to rock the pelvis. So we're lifting the back of the sacrum and bringing the navel, the pelvis into the navel. And then we're going to rock the pelvis forward as we arch the spine. Flatten lower back and bring the pelvis into the navel, and then rocking forward. Slowly warming up the body with this gentle movement of rocking in one direction and the opposite direction. In this case, we are releasing the lower back, the back of the hips, sacrum, pelvis. Just a few more times, rocking that lower back and release. Now, arms again out in T position, palm facing down. Walk the feet wide as your mat, and let's do some windshield wiper movement, moving the head into the opposite direction where your legs are going, and just moving slowly this time to warm up those hips and the legs, and of course the neck and the head, because we're moving that as well. Just a few more rounds like that. Waking up the body in a very gentle, soft way. Slowly back through center. Hug yourself again. Bring the thighs into the chest and just stretch your lower back little by little. And then lower the feet down towards the floor with the knees bent, feet wide as your hips, hands down by your side, chin into your chest, going now up and down with a bridge. Slowly inhale, lift, not too high up. And then as you exhale, lower your bridge down. At your own rhythm, lifting and releasing. One last. Feet off the mat, hands to your knees, and open the knees out. Big toes are touching. Inhale to close. Exhale, open and close. At your own rhythm, a few more rounds like this. More mobilization of your hip joints. And lower the feet down. Right knee bent, lower the right feet down, holding from the hamstring of your left leg with both hands. Straighten the leg up and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, and rotate that ankle in one direction, going into the opposite direction. Lower the left foot down, holding from the right leg from the back of the hamstrings with both hands. Inhale, straighten and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, rotating the foot, the ankle in one direction, going into the opposite direction. Flex, release the right foot down. Now bring the arms to the side, flex the elbows, place the hands to the back of your skull, interlace your fingers back there. Bring the elbows up to the ceiling, and with the next inhale, lift the head off the mat, supporting by your hands. Draw the chin into your chest, and just stretch those muscles, connecting with the base of the skull. Nice, easy breathing through the nose. And exhale, release the head down towards the floor again, arms to the side, and rock your head gently from side to side. And moving to one side, extend the top leg. Let's all slowly find our way to sit comfortably on the edge of the mat. Here, if you feel like you need to elevate your hips a little bit more, you always can use your block in level 1 if you need more opening in those hips. And bring the arms to the side to open again the chest, the front of the shoulders, and then bring the arms overhead, reaching through the fingertips, and lower the hands down towards the heart. Again, arms to the side. Inhale, reach up. Lower the hands together down to the heart center. Inhale, open in T, and all the way up to overhead. Hands to the heart and just interlace the fingers. Straighten the elbows, round the spine, belly in, chin in, opening the back line of the spine. Inhale, hands together, neutral position of the spine. Exhale, round the spine, belly in, and straighten the elbows. And bringing the hands together, neutral position of the spine. One more. And exhale, round the spine, belly in, chin in. Hands together and release the hands towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, arms overhead, twisting to the right. From the waist up, lower your left hand down to your right knee, right hand behind you, look over to your right shoulder. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, slowly move the chin towards your left shoulder and release the chin down there. Holding position, breathing deeply through the nose. Is our twist, moving slowly from the waist up. Keep the chin slightly tucked towards your left shoulder. Maintain the spine upright. Nice, easy breathing. Take a nice inhale. Head back to neutral. Bring the right arms over your left arm. Place your right hand to your left knee. Flex both elbows, round the spine, belly in, and the chin goes to your chest. Relax the breath, upper spine, middle back. Feel the opening in those muscles in between your rib cage. Stretching, releasing there in between the shoulder blades. And inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, bring the arms to the side in T position. Arms overhead, reach, create a space. Twist to the left. Lower your left hand down to your right knee, left hand behind you. Nice inhale here. Exhale, slowly move the head and bring the chin towards your right shoulder. Holding position. Use your breath. Slow the breath down. Keep lifting the spine from the heart center. This is a twist. Return the hand back to neutral. And now the left arm goes over the right arm. Lower your left hand to your right knee. Flex both elbows. And again, let's stretch the spine. Crown of the head pointing towards the floor. Feel the stretch, the opening there. And inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Back to neutral position of the spine. Bring the arms out and behind you. And do the crossing of the legs, feet wider than the hips. And some windshield wiper movement here. Nice, and back through center. Now, bring the left foot in. Extend the right leg forward. We're going to begin with Janu Shirsasana, head to knee pose. Press through the back line of your right leg and make sure your spine is upright. Bring the arms overhead, hands to the heart, and then slowly lower this heart and maybe the hands to your shin or to your knee or either side of your leg. You don't have to go too deep yet. Just relax your neck in this asymmetrical stretch. Keep the breath moving slowly in control as you hold here in position. Now from here, pick up the head, pick up the chest, walk your hands back, and then bring the right leg somewhere in between the opening in line with the hip and the front of the hip. So somewhere in between. So slowly, gradually, we're going to work on opening those hips more. Right hand goes down to your right shin, and we're going to extend the left arm overhead and move the spine to the right. Remember, try not to collapse to the front and just look for that opening on the side of the torso. Soften your left arm, relax your left hand, and as you press through your left hip, feel the opening on the left side of the rib cage as you keep pressing through the right leg to work on opening slowly and stretching the back of your leg and the groin on the right side, your right hip. Use your breath long and steady. And inhale slowly. The spine returns back through center, neutral position. Hands to the side for support. And see if you can open the leg a little bit more out to the side. So just hold it here, breathing in and out. Same thing. Right hand goes down to the shin. Left arm goes up to the sky. Flex both elbows and move the spine again to the right. And that left shoulder elbow will kind of try and move a little bit more to the back. Relax your neck. Go back to your breath, long and deep, full and steady. And slowly inhale, return the spine back through center and both hands behind you. And bring the right foot in and the left leg goes forward first. Left foot in line with the front of your hips. Inhale, we're going to bring the arms overhead, hands to the heart, and then lower the chest over to your left leg, and then hands maybe to the floor, to the shin. Draw the chin into your chest, and then again, breathe long and deep. Deeper exhalation, sending the message that there is no fight or flight mode here. We can let go into relaxation as we deepen the breath. Slowly lift the head, lift the chest, walk your hands back so spine is upright, and then move the legs somewhere in between. Place your left hand to your shin, and the arm with the next inhale goes overhead. Flex the elbow and then move the spine towards your left leg. Oh, keep opening through the right side of the torso. Relax any tension in your neck and shoulders. Back to the deep breathing. Hip openers today. So we're getting, those hips to get used to slowly into the opening and stretching as we hold and breathe. Long, steady, controlled breathing. And the next inhale, slowly return back to center. Lower the hands down and then bring the left leg a little bit more open here. Again, place your left hand to your shin, rotate the right shoulder back, and then arm over, and the spine moves again to the left. Make sure you're not holding your neck in tension, you're releasing and breathing through the right side of the torso, through the inner part of your left hip, through the back line of your left leg. A lot of things are happening here at the same time. Slowly inhale, return the spine back to neutral position, lower the hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Keep your left leg where it is, and now the right leg goes out. Remove the flesh from underneath you and make sure that you are on the edge of your blanket so your pelvis is tilting forward. And then you walk your hands, and then you relax your forearms, your elbows, whatever you can reach, and just relax your neck, draw the chin into the chest, and breathe here. We're coming into this symmetrical stretch in both hips, the back of both legs, and the entire length of your spine. And slowly lift the head, lift the chest, walk your hands back. Hands behind you, flex the knee, feet wider than the hips, and some windshield wiper movement here after holding the legs in one position for a while. We need to bring movement back to the joints and back through center, sole of the feet together. Try to bring the heels kind of close to your pelvis, and with your peace fingers, wrap your big toes with your fingers, elbows by your rib cage, feet off the mat, engage the core and hold in balance. As you breathe in and out here, you are basically sitting on your sit bones. You are welcome to keep the feet together off the mat, or if you want to work with your challenge your balance, you can bring the legs out, open like in a V. Whatever you are, you're engaging the core, you are breathing. Breath control. Go back to the deep inhales and exhales. If you have your legs out like this with the knees straight, slowly bring the sole of the feet together. Everyone, lower the feet down, hands to your feet, flex the elbows, round the spine, crown of the head towards the feet. Release the back of your hips, soften the inner thighs, the groin, the pelvic floor, the back of your sacrum. Just breathe through this, nice, deep and steady. Very slowly lift the head, lift the chest. Use your hands to guide the thighs and the knees together, and let's drop the legs to one side. Let's come to kneeling position now. I'm going to be facing my laptop. Protect your kneecaps. I felt the other day, my left kneecap is so tender because I already had an issue in that left kneecap. So look, I have to adjust, and this is how I'm going to do. I use the blanket, but I don't place the kneecap on the blanket. I just put in the edge, so that part is not making any pressure there. So let's bring the right leg out to the side, and the right foot is in line with your hip. From here, bring the arms overhead, reach to the fingertips. And as you exhale, flex the knee, flex the elbows into cactus arms, and that right knee moves back. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms overhead. Flex the knee, flex the elbows, elbows back. Open the chest. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, flex and open. Inhale, straighten and up. Flex and open. Inhale, straighten and hands up. Flex and open. One more. Inhale, straighten and release the hands down to your hips, shoulders up, back and down. Now walk that foot somewhere in between the side and the front. Have your left hand to the inner part of your right knee and open the right knee out. Easy breathing here, and feel the open here on the inner thigh, the groin. Nice, easy breathing. So you're gentle guiding the right knee. You're not pressing, just gentle guide through the breath. Nice, easy breathing. And then slowly back through center. Right knee under the right hip. Left leg goes out to the side. So from here, arms up and overhead. Exhale, flex the left knee, flex the elbows, move the hips to the left. Inhale, straighten arms and elbows, reach to the fingertips. Flex and open, guide those open back, the shoulders back. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, flex and open. Inhale, straighten and up. Two more. Exhale, flex and open the hips and the shoulders and overhead. One more. Open. Inhale, straighten and hands down towards the floor. Walk your left foot somewhere in between that where it was in the front, and when you move the hips to the left and your left hand is helping the knee to move away, just more open there, and you feel the release there in the iliopsoas, inner thigh. Nice inhales, full exhales, keep opening there. And then slowly bring the left knee under your right knee. Let's all move to child's pose. Relax the arms, the shoulders, the chest. Take a moment here as you work with your breath, stretching, breathing in and out. and back to kneeling position. I'm going to be now facing the front of the mat with my blanket. And now step forward with your left foot and have your right knee more back. Hands to your left thigh. And we're going to work here where straighten your left leg, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, arms out and down toward the hips, moving the shoulder blades and the shoulders join. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms up. Sweep the arms out and down to the hips. Move the hips forward as you flex the knee. Inhale, straighten and reach through the fingertips. Exhale, sweep the arms out and down. Move the pelvis, hips forward. One more. Flow down forward and up as you straighten your left leg. Flex the knee and sweep the arms and lower the hands down by the feet. Walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. Wrist under the shoulders, and we're going to sink the pelvis and round the spine. Inhale, sink the pelvis and the hips, and then round the spine. And flex and sink, lower the pelvis and hips, and round the spine. And flex and lower, and round. One more. Flex and lower, and then release. You can have your wrist down, and if you can access, you can lower the forearms and the elbows down to go deeper into that hip opening. Relax your neck. Whatever you are, you're breathing through this. Long exhale, especially deep, long exhales. And from here, lift the head, lift the chest, place the hands under the shoulders, and the left knee comes to meet your right knee. Move the hips to Balasana, child's pose. Take a moment. Nice inhales, deep, full exhales. Moving to table, stepping forward with the right foot, left knee slightly back. So we're going to begin with a knee bend. Inhale, straighten the legs and arms overhead. Arms out, down towards the hips and forward and up. Inhale, straighten. Rotate the arms out, down by your hips. Straighten the legs and reach through the fingertips. Flex the knees, sweep the arms out and down. Inhale, straighten and reach through the fingertips. Flex and down. One more. Inhale, reach. Flex and lower the hands down towards the floor. Walk your right foot to the edge of the mat. Wrist under the shoulders. We're going to sink the pelvis. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the pelvis and flatten the spine. Exhale, round the spine. And just keep moving at your own rhythm. Breathing in and out as you round and as you drop. Two more. Last one. Bring the right knee back to meet your left knee. Let's all move to child's pose. Relax neck, shoulders, elbows, and the entire length of your spine. And slowly, let's move to tabletop. From here, tuck the toes under, downward dog. So take your blanket from your mat, and from downward dog, your left leg goes back and up. Flex the left knee, bring the left knee by your right knee, and your left knee stays bent. Inhale, open the left knee out. Exhale, lower the left knee to meet your right knee. Stay on downward dog. Inhale, open your left knee up. Exhale, close. The left knee comes to meet your right knee. Inhale, open the left knee up. Exhale, lower the knee down, the knee, and then lower the foot down. Take a nice inhale. Right leg goes back and up. Flex your right knee, bring the right knee by your left knee. Inhale, open through the right knee. Exhale, right knee comes to meet your left knee. Inhale, open the right knee up to the sky. And then lower the knee to your left. One more. Inhale, open the right knee up. Bring the right knee to meet your left knee. Lower the right foot down, downward dog. Inhale, both heels up. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, both heels down. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. One more. Inhale, heels up. Heels down. Walk your hands towards your feet and then fold forward there, holding from the opposite elbows. Relax your spine. Soften your shoulders, your wrists, your hands after holding in downward dog. Nice, easy breathing here. And then slowly lift the chest and come to standing position. So we're going to work with a squat position. So for some of you, you may need the blanket to roll the blanket and use the blanket as a step where to place your heels. If your heels are not touching the floor, this is how you can elevate the floor and bring the floor higher so your heels are touching and they're not holding in the air. This is a modification. So you can access to your squat in different ways. Normally, I like to have my feet wider than my hips with the feet slightly turned out. So we're going to, and you can have also your block. Here's the block if you need to modify it and sit on your block. So some of you, maybe you can bend the knees and go all the way down, no problem. But some of you feel like you are too high, so you can use the block to sit maybe a level 3, which is a higher level, and you still are opening the inner thighs and the groin. You're still working on that hip opening with support. Maybe you have to go to the second level. Maybe you just go all the way down, or maybe you don't even use the blanket for your heels. This is how you use your blanket for your heels. If you don't need them, take your blanket away, and wherever you are, bring the hands together, and maybe with your elbows or your upper arms, you are just guiding the knees slightly out as you deepen that hip openers. Just keep the spine upright. Relax your inner thighs, your groins, releasing the outside of the hips, allowing the sacrum to drop, keeping the spine upright. Easy breathing here. Taking your time. And then slowly bring one hand at a time behind you and then drop your hips, your sit bones to the mat or to your blanket. In my case, I'm going to sit on the edge of my blanket. So let's have the blanket now in the correct position, sitting in the edge. And again, we're going to sit with one leg straight, and in this case, the right foot is going to come on top of your left thigh. Maybe close, but don't put it close to your knee, please. Don't do that. You can have it above your knee with your left hand behind you for support. You lean slightly back, and with your right hand in the inner part of your right knee, you gently are going to guide the right knee towards the floor. Again, you're not pressing hard. Slowly with the breath, exhaling gently, you are releasing, and that's another iliopsoas release. And let go, and then cross the right leg over to your left leg. You have your right knee bent, and with your left arm, you hug that right knee with your left arm. Right arm goes up to the sky. We're going to rotate to the right in another twist. Look over to your right shoulder, and that right knee, we're going to guide it closer to your left shoulder so we feel the opening and the stretch in the outside of your right hip. Nice, easy breathing. Rotate the head back to the center and the spine as well. Extend the right leg forward and now flex your left knee. Place the left foot on top of your right thigh or closer to your knee, but not on top of your knee. Right hand behind you for support. Left hand, inner part of your left knee, and then gently we press and moving away with every exhalation as we release your left knee, the outside of your left hip, the inner thigh of your left leg. And from here, return the head back to the center and cross your left leg over to your right leg. Hug your left knee with your right arm. Your left arm goes up towards the sky, and then we lower the hand behind to look over to your left shoulder. And that left knee is moving closer to your right shoulder to feel the stretch in the outside of your left hip. Close your eyes and return back to the deep breath. And slowly the head returns back to center and do the twist. Hands behind you. Bend both knees, feet wider than the hips. And some windshield wiper movement again here. And drop the legs to one side. Time to place the blanket on the end of the mat. So when we go down, we have our necks and head protected. And we're going to start from the front of the mat. So have your feet wide as your hips, hands to your knees, lean back, engage the core, and slowly release down towards the floor. Let's take a moment here with the knees bent and the feet wide as your hips, arms in T position, making any adjustment you need to the back of your shoulders, shoulder blades. Just breathe. Now, bring the thighs into the chest, big toes touching, and with your peace fingers, you're going to grab your big toes with your hand, with your fingers. And from, or maybe if you cannot reach there, you can always grab your ankles or what your shins are. But this is the plan. We're going to open the legs out in a V, flexing and bring the sole of the feet together. Inhale, straighten and opening. Flex and sole of the feet together. One more. Inhale, open. Flex and hold it there from the feet. This is Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees are out, chin slightly tucked in. And making sure maybe your lower back is flat on the floor. Nice, easy breathing. And then from here, lower both feet down. IT band stretch always. Right knee bent, right foot on the floor, left foot on top of your right thigh. With both hands, you can hold it from the hamstring, from the shin, or you can extend the right leg up to the sky and hold with both hands from the back of your right calf muscle. Whatever you are, keep both hips even, chin slightly tucked into the chest, and the breath becomes deeper and longer again. And slowly lower the foot down, lower your left foot down, and switch. Right leg goes on top of your left thigh. Your option, holding from hamstring, shin of your left leg, or extending the left leg up to the sky to grab from the back of your calf muscle. Chin slightly into the chest. Both hips are even and the breath is flowing long, deep, and relaxed. And release, left foot down, right foot down. Let's all come into bridge pose to align the spine here for a little bit. And then slowly lower your spine down towards the floor. Now extend your right leg forward and bring the left foot to the inner part of your right leg. And then open the left knee out. This is reclined tree pose, but we are working on releasing the iliopsoas. So have a moment here with your left knee bent and open and arms in T position. Relax the glutes on your left side and right side. Bring the left knee up. Extend your left leg to the front of the mat. Flex your right knee. Bring the right foot to the inner part of your left leg. And as you exhale, slowly open the right knee out as you keep the knee bent. Notice if you're holding tension in both hips or glutes, try to relax. Deep breathing. Bring the right knee up. And flex your left knee, left foot under your left knee, right foot under your right knee. Pick up the hips and the pelvis, grab your block, and level one, please, everybody. Place the block down your sacrum and the back of your hips, not your lower back. From here, we're going to straighten the right leg forward. Keep your left knee bent, and then guide the right foot to the right corner of the mat. Turn the right foot out. So just the right leg is straight. Your left knee is open, arms in T position. Concentrate on the entire length of your right leg, your right hip, the back of your right hip, the glutes on the right side, inner thigh, groin, iliopsoas. We are releasing and relaxing here. Slowly flex your right knee, lower the right foot down, extend your left leg forward and then towards your left corner of the mat, turn the left foot out and do your best to relax the entire left leg, left hip, left inner thigh, left groin, left glutes, left glutes, and just pause here. Now flex your left knee, walk your feet together, and then open the knees out as you have the soles of the feet touching into each other. Supta Baddha Konasana with the support of the block. Relax your inner thighs, the groins, the pelvic floor, top of the pelvis, both hips, and outside of both hips. Now slowly guide the thighs and the knees together. Lift the feet off the mat, bring the legs up to the sky, and then slowly open the legs out in a V. Hold there as you breathe. And gently, very slowly, the thighs, the knees, and the legs are coming back through center, rotating again the feet, the ankles in one direction here, the opposite direction. Flex both knees, lower the feet down, heels under the knees. Pick up the hips and the pelvis, take the block from beneath you. Slowly lower the spine down towards the floor and hug yourself here, rocking gently from side to side. Give yourself another massage. Return to center, feet down, pick up the pelvis, the hip to bridge. Make sure your spine is nice and long, and then slowly lower it down. Walk the feet to the edge of the mat, thighs and knees together, palms, hands to your belly, belly breathing. Now arms out in T, palms facing up, separate the knees, windshield wiper, moving the legs in one direction and the head is going into the opposite direction. Gentle rocking from side to side, no rush here. Now drop the legs to the right, head to the left, and pause. Windshield wiper again. A few rounds from side to side. Drop the legs to the left and the head to the right. Pause. And head and knees back through center. Now extend the right leg to the right corner of the mat and extend the left leg. Place the left foot on the left corner of the mat. Reach with the arms overhead. Lift the upper spine. Adjust your shoulder blades, the upper spine, middle back. Everything feels nice and long. And exhale, release everything. And then arms somewhere in between your hips and shoulders. Adjust again, shoulder blades and feet out. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Nice long side out. Through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Side it out. One more. Close your lips, and you are now in your final asana, your final pose. This is Shavasana. Time to let go. Time to receive the benefits of your practice. No rushing. Just stay still. Breathe here. So let's do our best to bring the tension to our pelvic floor, pelvis, both hips, front and back. So we're going to concentrate on letting go that specific area of the body. As you just breathe, you're just going to be aware of your right hip and see how the right hip feels. See if you need to let go more. So take the time just to be aware of the right side, inner thigh, groin, the right side of your pelvis, your right hip, outside of your right hip, and the back of your right hip. You take your time and do the best to release any tightness or tension over there. When you feel that you be address all the part of that right side of the hip and pelvis, you move on to your left side and slowly release any tension or tightness is still holding there. Just take your time. It's kind of like a body scan that you go to the front, you notice what's going on, you try to release even more. Just work on that. Front and back of the hip, the left side of your pelvis. And then take a moment to notice the difference between your right hip and your left hip. Maybe one feels more open than the other one. Maybe you can notice that one leg has the ability to rotate out more than the other one, all coming from the hip joints. Very slowly bring the awareness to the rest of your body. Your feet, the entire length of both legs, the front and the back. The entire length of the spine and the muscles surrounding on the front and the back. Notice your shoulders, the entire length of your arms, all the way down to the fingertips. Your neck, and all the muscles of your face. Just try to relax, to release any tension. As your body feels more open, at ease. A little bit heavier but lighter at the same time. And with your next inhalation, you bring the arms overhead to reach through the fingertips and the point, creating space in between each vertebrae. And then from there, take a nice exhalation, flex both knees, hug yourself, slowly roll over to one side and pause there without rushing. A little bit like extension of your Shavasana from a different position. Just take your time. And the head comes last. You slowly find your way as we all sit together, making sure the spine is upright, shoulders back and down, hands placed on your knees or thigh, any position where you are comfortable to sit, not fighting with hips and knees, just be comfortable. And with eyes closed, we're going to bring the tension to the entire length of the spine. And we're going to flow the breath as we visualize, in a way, the breath coming from the inhalation from the pelvic floor. Imagine you're floating the inhale through the front of the body all the way up to the crown of the head. That's the end of the inhale. And the beginning, the exhales drop down to the spine and ends down to your pelvic floor again. And you keep surrounding yourself by the breath. You make the breath long, control. You make your breath steady and easy. And from that flowing, circling the spine with inhales and exhales, and we're going to go back to our regular breathing pattern and just watch our breath moving as you feel the inhales and exhales, not more lengthening the breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating in our minds, in our hearts. And may all have sweet, loving, peaceful words to keep offering to everyone, all the time, everywhere. And may our actions always be inspired by love, compassion, sweetness and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very, very much for being here today, practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.